Why, hello everybody. Welcome back to 2B2T. We are here at the Oracle placing blocks. I know, exciting content. We've got about, no, excuse me, 569 players. I have been absent for about a little over a week. Whoops. Guess what? I found the edge. I thought I was still on sneak, and I'm not. Anyways, I have been absent from the server for a little bit, and there's been all kinds of progress. I've been traveling internationally. I was in Singapore and then Malaysia and whatnot. But anyways, so we've got Winter and his Gundam over here. It's not quite done, but he's got his torso. He started with some of the decoration, and he's working on the shoulders and the head here. Let me see. We've got a Arct is asking me a message. Red? Red? Let's see. He was going to help out for a little bit with placing some of those smooth stone, which I am doing as well. Whee! Okay. Well, he's not here. Let me see. I was looking... The beam. I was looking the other day and thought it might look cool. I'll remove it. Oh, okay. No, red is good. And excuse me, ultimately, I want to build glass around it, making it spectral and with more substance, especially, I know my spelling, when impacting the ground. Okay. Had to check there. All right, anyways, back. We'll get back to placing blocks in a moment. But anyways, so a couple things. I know in a previous episode you saw our diner. I would say mostly have it finished. Except for the sign. I've got Hard Rock Fuss. I got to figure out how to make it so it says Hard Rock Fusionia. But anyways, we expanded it, as you can see. And then we've got all of the little bits. Speaking of, I need some food. What do I want to eat? I like pumpkin pie. Let's have some pumpkin pie. There we go. Quick recharge of the pumpkin pie so that we can eat. There we go. Cool. I miss pumpkin pie. I haven't had a pumpkin pie in years. All right, and then we've got Woody 307, who is putting together a massive statue. This thing looks cool. I'm sure he's using a template that he's got mapped out, and he's building it off of that, but this is pretty awesome. Using a lot of iron, which is fine. We have the iron. No, I mean, this is cool. It's not quite mob-proof. Yeah, so there's been a lot of little things going on, but that is awesome. That is neat. And now that I am back, am going to really push to try to get this thing complete. We've got a long ways to go. We are actually almost done with the flooring. We've got this part here on the bottom, and then one level, which is up there. You can see that line right there. That level there. That's it. All the other levels are done. So it's just the outer cladding, and then the inside and the bottom. And what I mean by the bottom is, you know, obviously we just have this smooth stone floor sitting here. And then like over there, we've got that and still got dirt blocks and stuff. So we have to take care of that as well. Now I do have a plan for how I am going to do that. We're actually going to take the floor down 3 more blocks, meaning that when I'm ready, and I'll use my scaffolding that I've got set up. Yeah, you can see some of it over there. We'll go down. Oh, yeah, it's up there too. We'll drop ourselves down 3 blocks, and then we'll start placing the true bottom of the floor with its design and all of that. So we've got a little work to do to accomplish all of that. My goal today is to try and finish the smooth stone base on the flooring, both this flooring, those slopes right there, and that floor, so that the smooth stone placement is done, and I will concentrate then on the inner workings and the bottom of the structure to give it more design elements and functionality and stuff. So that is my goal. If I can get the placement timing of my clicks down on these blocks, I've discovered that when I do the next floor, I'll make it a lot better because I can just sneak and do this and fill out a lot more of the floor at once. Now, I know I could come in and do this, but it actually takes longer to do this than it does just to place the 2 and then come back. So if I had made these 4 wide, it would be better. Anyways, I'm going to work on this, and then as soon as I am done with the floor, we will come back and we will work on a design element for the structure. So I will be back here after a little bit. All right, we are back. We have spent a bunch of time setting up a bunch more of our cladding on the outside. So we've been working on that level. We did that level all the way around. We've been working on that level, which we've got 2 sides done. Obviously, it's still missing the iron in the middle and the iron in the sections here, as well as the deep slate and the andesite. But it's a lot of progress. And then down below, we've continued to work on this floor, the last main floor, and the bottom. We have completed 2 whole sides of the bottom down there, and then all of the angled. So quite a bit. But anyways, enough of that for right now. What we're going to do is we are on the second to the top level here. We are going to set up some great halls and rooms, sort of, kind of. Yeah, that type of stuff. All right, so my vision for the inside is a lot of different things. But one of the things I want to set up is on this floor, large spaces, except for this wall here, which will be decorative and have windows and whatnot. But large spaces where the rest of the Fusionia team will each have a huge room that they could put anything they want into it. Decorations, it can be decorative, it can be useful, it can be farm, it could be whatever they want. I mean, it'll go all the way from the ceiling up there to the bottom, and then a large area with great big halls. And I got to set up the elevator areas so that we have transportation and all of that, as well as a few areas where we won't be building. But anyways, yeah. So what I've got right now is a full inventory and a shulker full of smooth stone. Now, this is not going to be the wall, but what I'm going to do is we're going to decide first where our first big hall is going to be. And I think what I want to do with this level, excuse me, is, well, I'm trying to decide. Do I want the big rooms to have access to where, I mean, the outside will be designed, so that won't be changed, but to where there's big glass and you can look in to see those big rooms? Or will they be internal rooms instead? Because I could put a large hall that traverses the outside here. And with all the doors and stuff, and then, maybe Man, decisions. I come in to build a video and I have no plan at all. Yep. All right, well, let's start with this. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There'll be an inside 8, 9. So if I went right there, that gives this entire space for a grand hall that goes around. Now, the reason why I'm placing these is like this is the center block, so that we would put decorative blocks on this side, decorative blocks on this side for whatever the rooms are going to be. But this is the main divider. And if someone needs to, they could replace it with a redstone block to power a lamp or something like that. But otherwise, it's a main divider of the rooms. That is my plan. So probably what I want to do first is just do this. All right, we're gonna have a center hallway too. All right, so yeah. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 9 spaces here. So that means I need 5 on each side of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi there, kitty. I can't see. 5. Hey! Okay, the cats have decided to have a little tit for tat right in front of the monitor. Just because the one laid on top of the other. Drama with kitties. And then all of the others run into the room to investigate because they heard it. And these two are just still sitting here. So anyways, exciting. Yeah. So I have, I have a big old Scottish fold. He's the oldest cat I have. He's orange. He's super fluffy. He's Scottish fold with a mix of Persian in him. And he's, great big paws. He's a giant thing, right? Him and then several of the others, they always have these like bopping sessions. They don't actually fight so much. They just bop each other. I think it's more of a dominance thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. That's fine. It's a main hall. All right. We're good. Anyways, so they have these bopping sessions, as I was saying, where they'll sit there and it's like, bop, 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 and they bop each other on the head. Not hard or no claws or anything like that. They just take turns bopping each other. It's so funny. But I'm pretty sure it's like a more of a dominance thing. He's so big. The others are smaller and he's the oldest one. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's hilarious. But anyways, sometimes it comes to a more aggressive bopping, like just now. Always exciting. All right. Now, this is a main hall that goes into the center. We're gonna also have big open glass windows. This is the top of the laser machine. So, let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I did that, okay, that's good. Because then I can have an inner hall that goes around the circle. And I can have one of the first, the big rooms. And there can be multiple entries. I'm going to go ahead and go all the way to the edge here. It's not that the room will be that big, but I want to get a feel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. All right. So let's also go this way. I was AFK at the Smooth Stone Farm for quite a while with my primary. Because while we've almost got all the floors done, I still got to put up all these walls, so we're going to need a lot more. All right, so I think this room, I think this could be 2 rooms, right? So we've got, yeah, 1 and 1.5 and a half. So would it be here is where the divider is? I'm not going to count. Let's do this. I don't want to make the rooms so big that the guys feel daunted of, oh my goodness, this is so huge. But at the same time, I want it to be big enough to where if they want to put a lot of different stuff into it, they can. So that would be like 2 rooms, and it comes out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. Okay, so let me get the other one. Let's map all of this out here. So we go all the way over here. What are you guys doing? Everybody's just in a rough mood today, I guess, right? They're all... Oh, okay, jump on the keyboard. Oh, cats. You love them. You just love them. Is that one over there? Really? Yes, it is. Okay. So, for some reason, my mind was going, really? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay. So it just comes right out at the corner there is where it just ended up. All right. No, that's not what we wanted. Trying to make sure I put torches down in areas because, you know, mobs, especially creepers, they'll... We've worked so hard to put this flooring down. We don't need holes in it. Oops, too far. Okay. Let's get this in. I'm just going to do these 2 sides, and then we'll break out, and I'll build it up and everything. Okay. Very good, very good. And then this is going to continue. Put a torch there. All the way to the edge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 there. Too far. Yeah, I think on this level, having the hall that goes all the way around and then just 4 ones that go into the center and then the center like hall will be good. So that will provide, whoops, too far. 4 rooms here, 4 rooms on that side, and then 2 rooms in the middle. Yeah, I think this will work good. All right, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build these rooms up for the entire thing, and then we'll be back and we'll work on a design of the hall to see what it'll look like. Be right back. All right, we're back. No, we haven't completed all the walls. We did complete this entire section, though, all the way up. Oh, man, goodness. Yeah, that's a lot of stone, smooth stone. It, yeah. And then we did this wall because we're going to build this hallway to conclude the video. So the first challenge was, all right, well, if we get all of this stuff, um, or if we get this built and all of that good stuff, what are we actually going to build? What are we going to do? What's the floor going to look like? All of that good stuff. Do we want to slab the entire floor or use full blocks? Great questions. I haven't got a clue. But we're going to figure it out. So I'm going to start with these things. Now, let me see. Okay, so I got to figure out. This is always fun, right? Terracotta blocks. But if you do that, it works. Okay, good. It's just in the wrong spot. All right. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to pick materials that I know I have plenty of in order to design what I want to do. So I have a bunch of this white glazed terracotta. So I figured, hey, why not try to build something there? And then we also need to figure out, of course, our walls and everything else. So this is going to be our base block. We'll just do that because that means this is going to be buried. If we need redstone or whatever, we have an area we can do it. All right. Now, the trick is, what do I want to put around this? So I was thinking, well, the floor should be smooth, right? So do I want to do like some gray concrete maybe? Because that would look pretty good, right? And we can maybe do a pattern of some sort. Because I could alternate it maybe with a light gray. Excuse me, torch. We'll just put the torch back. So that we create a nice looking floor. And then for the walls, I'm thinking several things. So we're going to do a couple arches through here, all of that. So I'm thinking that like right, do I want to do it with this or do I want to do it with this? I'm trying to decide. I think it'll be okay like this. So if I was to go up like this, I didn't bring a table, did I? Let's come out that high. No, let's go a little bit higher. We'll have to get some scaffolding and do some design work, but let's do that. All right. So I'm trying to think, like, I need to do I want to do this like this? Actually, that won't work. Because if I wanted this to be like this, I was going to use this as like a pillar type thing. And then I was going to put a bone block as a primary wall spot. or wall area. But I want this to come out. So this is in the wrong spot. Yeah, so because I think the bone blocks will get, we've got endless bones, so I mean, it'd be a good use. It makes for a nice wall. So maybe I could do that here. So if I'm going to have this like this, well, let's measure it out first. Here, let's put this down all the way to the end. Gonna have to make a lot more concrete, I think. All right. So my first pattern, kitty, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my kitty is yelling. All right, so this is one in. So these are actually in the wrong spot. That's the problem. I mean, I still got to redo this. This is wrong as well. In fact, here, let's just take it down. Designing with fusion is a very complex process. You never know what is in the mind. But this is the creative process, right? We all go through it if we're builders. If you're not a builder, you probably don't go through this struggle. But the rest of us do. I know some people, of course, will go into their, you know, like a world, a single-player world, and in creative, and they'll build and try things out and all that stuff. I think I've even said that before on a video. And I'm not like that. I just kind of create as I go. Sometimes I have a vision of what I want to do. Whoops. Don't put holes in the wall. Other times it's like I haven't got a clue. All right. So let's put this down. And this down. Definitely probably gonna have to make more concrete. I got a lot of concrete. Some of it made, some of it has come from some stashes. So if you are a stash owner that had PF concrete, well, we may have borrowed some of your concrete. I'll just say that. You know, so thank you very much. You know, I appreciate it. If you're the owner of PF concrete. All right, so let me see. I want to put a pillar 3 in. There we go. All right, this is going to be a pillar. Let's mark it out on both sides. Okay, so I want to do the same thing over here. So 3 in, and I'm making a 3 wide pillar. Changed my mind. I'm making decisions. Dangerous, I know. All right. Now the question is do I want anything else? Do I want another one? No. What I do need to do is count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. This is going to be one of the primary doors into the rooms. Into this room, anyways. All right. So we need to do the same thing here. Let's take care of the creeper. The reason why there's creepers in here isn't because it's missing lighting or anything. Same thing with the skeletons and everything else. It's because as I was building these walls, I wasn't lighting the walls. You know, I was doing 3 blocks at a time because you could build that way. And they kept spawning on the walls, all the different mobs. Oh my goodness, that was a bigger pain than anything else, was the mob spawning as I was building, because I would go across, and by the time I got over here, mobs had spawned on the wall on all of this, and then I'd come back and I'd have to kill them as I was going, and it was just a nightmare. So I'll have to think of a better way to build these walls so that I can avoid the mob spawns, because I tell you, that was no fun. All right, cool. Now that we have this ready, now we can decide what we want to do. So I think I'm gonna go and okay. And then right here is where I think I'm gonna put this. Yes. Very good, because I could put on both sides. Oops. Too bad you can't, like, click it and rotate it, right? That would be cool. Okay, let's do the same thing here. Very good. See, once you start figuring out patterns that you can follow, it starts to go a lot faster. All right. Now, question is if I do that, where's the gray? There it is, the light gray. Do I want to maybe do that? Need to make sure I light this up. Obviously, we'll put nice lighting, but for now, let's put a couple torches down the middle. Otherwise, we're gonna have friends, and, well, I just don't want the friends. Yeah, whoops, that's the wrong spot. Okay. All right. We're gonna need more gray, dark gray concrete and light gray, or I guess gray concrete and light gray. Hmm. Floor here. And there will be different floors in different areas. Like, I mean, this is the, like, crew area and whatnot, so what I think I can do, actually, do I want to put, yeah, I think I do. I think I want to just do this. So I can have a double. And then do this. It's simple. It's hard to tell if I like it, but it's okay. It's not terrible. Let's just say that. Now, do I want to use brick like this? Yeah, I think this is going to be okay. I realize this video is probably getting long now because I'm like designing as I go. All right, so here's the main concept of the hall. And these will be out, it'll continue, you know, that direction and so on, and have a very similar layout and feel. This almost feels off in that they need to be in one more or something. I'm gonna have to decide. But idea is that, and oh wait, I have wood. I'm gonna say I need a crafting table. I also need to make room. Sorry, you've been voted out. All right. Here is a crafting table. Let's grab this. Now, do I want... I definitely want to put a design into this. Polished deep slate wall. Hi, kitty, are you playing? Of course you are. So if I do that, I can even... That'll be backlighting that'll shine through that. Barely. But it will. All right, that's enough, kitty. I have one of my kitties in heat. So 3 days of because I've got the males fixed, but I don't have the females fixed. Because it's a lot harder on a female, you know, to spade them. So, all right. Well, I'm going to play around with this and figure it out, and then we'll come back and say, hey, here's the haul. Otherwise, this video is going to be like 10 hours long because I can't make up my mind. So we'll be right back. All right, we are back, and we have somewhat completed the hallway. It's growing on me, I will say that. There's some things missing. We still got to do the upper section. But I do have the lighting down with these frog lamps to make it to where nothing will spawn here. The lowest is, I think, a 4. So as far as a block level, you can can see it. I have it under the mini-map. But anyways, it is done, and we've got our 2 little doors here into at least these rooms. Doesn't mean that this is the only doors into these rooms. We'll probably be one over there too, but I'm happy with this. Now, what I have to do, of course, is replicate it. There, there, and there. And then, excuse me, I need to take the design and continue it all around the outside and the inside. We will also be using the inside sections, and this is why I left this big, wide section here. This is where all the transportation is going to be. So we will be putting in elevator banks in each of these corners that will take you to the different levels. So like on this one, there would be one elevator that goes to the next floor up, and one elevator that goes up 2 floors. There'd be an elevator that goes down to the 1 floor below us, an elevator that goes down to the floor 2 floors below us, and then an elevator down to the 3rd floor below us. And that'll be kind of, you know, each level will have a separate elevator up and down that goes to every floor. So that way there's easy transportation in each of these corners. We'll also do a ladderway in a couple spots as well. So, and then the other reason I'm leaving a lot of open space up like in there is that I do want to put in infrastructure. So like if I put a farm somewhere and I want, let's say, gunpowder to travel from that farm and travel through water tubes and things like that, I can do so. So we'll have some fun with that stuff. But anyways, it's cool. We finally have something that we're putting together here on the inside. Besides the fuel tank down below, which I need to replicate and continue to expand and get the fusion generators and reactors and everything else. All right, well, thank you for joining. This has been a long episode, but appreciate it, and take care.